Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing Whatever Wednesday. I don't know how long my video will be, but we'll see. I just wanted to update you on a few little things. No, not those. They just happened to be underneath it, squished because I took them with me. So I finished this. I'm going to call it finished. I could do more. I don't think I would. I could do a little bit in there if I wanted to. No, I think I'll leave it. I took that out. I preferred it when I started doing this. I preferred to go around the flowers and leaves and things. So I did that all the same. Did a little bit here. I think I'm just going to leave that, and that will be attached onto the top of the sewing basket. So that's that one. Nothing's happened here. I'm just going to put that label there because I like that, and I haven't decided what's going to happen in there yet. Here I've done a bit more thread painting, and I've started working on the leaves, and I'm going to add that there. This one, nothing has happened. And here, nothing more. And that one, nothing more. So there we go. So I'll put those down here. How is everyone today? Now, today we're going to thread paint a bird. I shouldn't move my mat. That's telling me I'm on screen. Now, these ones, I'll put them, lay them all out. Aren't they cute? I did on the full sheet of birds. I should have brought one in, but I don't have one here. This was one sheet of birds. I haven't done the little leggies. I will when I decide where to put whichever. So I'm just going to put them in a box. They've all been done. So I had two more off that piece. Look at the state of them. I'm going to fussy cut around that one too and put them on a piece of linen or light hemp. That's this is a loose weave hemp. So I've already stitched that one on there, and see how it's nice and flattened out. I used Orifil. I think they call it number 80. The thickness. It's a very, very strong thread for appliquing, and I really like it. I bought it this weekend. I've got this little mini hoop by Bowen, and I'm going to use that one, and we'll just get cracking. So you can do the birds this way. This one we did together. It had, did we do it together? I can't remember. I thought we did, but maybe we didn't. I put little pieces of fabric here, which you can hardly see, a little bit of lace there, and I only did a little bit of embroidery. So that's one way you can do the birdies. But today we're going to do mostly embroidery. So let's see what goes underneath. We'll start here. I need to open it a bit more. Okay, and then we'll move down there. Okay, so that's nice and tight, isn't it? That's a good hoop. Right, so one of the good things to use for this are variegated threads. I've got a variety here, and let's see what colors. I'm going to use this, definitely use that one. I mostly have here, I might even use that one that goes into a bit of pinky sort of color. And that one, I don't think oh, that's a good one too. So here I am just pulling them all out. I don't think I need any of those unless I choose something like that. Okay, and then I also used, in some of these, I used the stranded cottons there, but I also used here and there, that's wool, but mostly stranded cottons. So that's accessible to everyone. That one's got a mix. That one's got stranded cotton and in two shades there. And then it's got a variegated wool that did all those colors for me. So that's the reason why the variegation is good, because you get lots of shades. So you just decide what you want to use. I think I'll start with this one. And I'm going to use 6 strands. I don't want, I'm not going to do the really fine thread painting. I'm doing the thicker thread painting, the chunkier style. And maybe I'll just use my threader so we don't have to sit here all day and wait and watch me try to thread a needle. Okay, so And I can decide to cut as close as possible to that. I could decide to do some work around it and leave it on there. I don't know. So with these, you can see they go lighter and darker. So I do sort of move around a bit to see, depending on what color I've got going on at whatever time. I don't think we'll get this all done in one video. And I'm going to do, I could have done, I didn't think about it, I could have done knots there, but anyway, I'm doing long and short stitches. Depending on what you want to do with the birds or the flowers, it's a similar thing for the flowers. I haven't had a chance to do those yet, but you can decide to do them like I did there and work on them all on the sheet, or you can decide to cut them out and put them on something else. It depends what your vision is. So, and I'm not going to use all variegated threads. I am going to do some, just for example, I'm probably going to use this one here that's not variegated, maybe up in there, or do I want a darker one? Okay, so now we've got this lighter color. I'm just thinking for a minute. Now it also goes through a really ugly vase. This one, where is it? This one here, when I'd done that, I was like, oh, but then I came in over the top of it and now I love it. So just be patient. You've got to just keep on working on it and it will slowly come together. And it might be in some areas you decide, see some of them I only did little small stitches and you can see some of the fabric, and others I just coloured in the thing, like that's fully coloured in, that one. So you can decide how much or how little you're going to colour. And the blending happens when you start bringing in the other colours and you cut back into the colours that you've already put down. That's why it takes a minute for it to start to take shape and get a look. And I'm sort of going along, imagining my feathers, the feathers of the birdie, what they might look like. I'm in a darker colour here, which is great. And I might come down here as well. So you really have to be patient with the process because it does take a while to build it up and get it looking the way you want. So I've got quite a bit of that colour, so I'll put a couple more stitches in and I might jump over somewhere else. Just so we've got the colours sort of all over, not all just in one area. See, I've come into those stitches there and I'll even split into there. So now we're in quite a bit of lighter colour, so I'm going to put those where I see lighter bits and jump around a bit, because that's going to last quite a while, and then we'll choose another one. We're having a bit of a quiet video today. Beep. There we go. It's grey outside. I feel it's not that high the temperature, but it's pretty humid. I think it might come right down into here, and then we'll change. So the bird won't look exactly as it's meant to, because we're just interpreting. It's like we're painting with our threads, with our paints a little bit. Okay, so we'll end that off. Okay, so let's use this colour all up around in here. Looks like a good one. It's kind of bright and cheery. Where is my threader? So Diane made this threader. I think I've got one in my thing, and I think she gifted us one. I can't remember. So I've got a bit of this colour down here. We'll do that. We're in the lighter colour here, which is nice. So you end up with, if you use variegated threads, you end up with a whole lot of nice range of colours. When I was in Milan at Roberta's shop, she had a huge collection of Cosmo, the Japanese variegated threads. I got a couple, but I have these here, so you can get them. You can get a nice variety. But also in the variegated wools. So either or are good for this. And the 6 strands kind of remind me a bit of, I'm going in the lighter colours first, remind me a bit of the 4-ply wools, variegated wools. I just sort of play around with it until I'm happy with it. Now you could do the very fine Trish Burr kind of thread painting too, where you have 1 or maximum 2 strands, and then everything really super blends. That takes a really long time. So I'm doing it the chunky way because I like the textured look that you get, number 1, and number 2, I don't want to take that long to do it, because I'm sharing it with you guys, so you don't want to be here for like 5 hours watching me thread paint one bird. But I feel like it's already starting to take shape, which is making me happy. I probably don't need all the colours that I pulled out because it's not a huge birdie. Now if you want it to blend, you have to cut in. If you go just where the stitch starts or ends, then it's just going to look like rows of satin stitch, and we want it to, you want to cut into it to get the blendy look. I want to call the feathers leaves, but they're not. They're feathers. It's funny the things that pop into your head. Okay, and of course this can be done any of my panels, you know, my A4 pages that have birds on them. You can do this. I love seeing them take shape. This one's already starting to take shape. Now, if you didn't have variegated threads, what you would do is you would, see, I'm able to jump around and stitch and get a whole lot of different colors. You would have all these colors in the threads, and you'd be stopping and starting using, and maybe thread up a whole lot of needles, but you would be stopping and starting and jumping around and using all the different colors. Now, I did have a brown here somewhere. Oh, here it is, up here. I'm going to use some of this. This is a DMC. You can also decide, oh, I might use just 3 strands, like I've got 3 strands here, and have it a bit finer in places, which is what I might start doing. We're still going to bring in some of those colors, but I'm going to just start using a little bit of this finer. So only 3 strands of DMC, and I'm going to start coming in here around where the eye is, across there. You can probably barely notice it because it's all very dark. You can also, if you want different colors, you can change the color of your bird too. You don't have to do the bird exactly the colors that are there. I'm not trying to represent reality. I'm just having fun with a nice, creating a nice decorative element that I can put on things. Now I'm going to come over the edge there and just have them sort of shooting out off the bird, so they're like wispy. You know what I mean? Like they're feathery. Huh, there's a word, feathery. Funny that. And if I wanted to break up the darkness of it all, I could come in with a slightly lighter or reddier brown, and then that would give me a different shade amongst the dark brown. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Okay, you can see it's a bit of a process. Yeah, and at the end of the day, don't be nervous, because you can't ruin it, because what you can do is just get your little scissors and cut it all out. The only thing that you're going to lose is time. And it might be that you try one, you think, oh gosh, that's like a dog's breakfast, let me try another, let me try again. And quite often, you know, the next time round, you'll get it. So I'm going to do a dark brown in there, but a lighter, a reddier dark brown, because I can see it's different. This is really dark here, whereas that's much lighter. Cutting into there because the feathers don't just sit next to each other, they sort of come into it, dig into each other, if you know what I mean. been feeling really tired today. I mean, I've been sleeping well, so it's kind of weird. But then Mum said to me, oh, you're probably just tired over, you know, all the walking and concentrating and doing what I did last week. And then I also had my cousin's daughter here, and so I did all the washing for her because she'd been traveling for a long time, and just, you know, making sure she was okay. And so I've been pretty busy, and then keeping up with all my work. And then I did rush a lot too. I had to prepare, like, package things last Tuesday, and then I left on Wednesday, so nothing got shipped until yesterday after I left, and then the rest today. And I did run out of some stuff, so I had to prepare that as well. And then sometimes I think, oh, that's not blending enough. I might come in then with another tone and go, you know, go over this bit and that bit, and then that's what makes the final blend happen. If I'm not happy with it, we don't know yet, the jury's out. I have to get more colour on there first. I didn't know that Aerofil was Italian. It's from Milan. Very good threads. Got the hiccups. I need to come up here a little bit, but I'm going to do a mid-tone there. I can see it's a bit lighter, so I don't want to do all of it. Oh, I keep stabbing. These needles are very sharp. Don't know what they are, but they keep stabbing me. They're like those deadly pins, the clover pins that my sister loves. They get me every time. Okay, I feel like I still need to do more with that color, but I do feel like I need to bring in something else. So you'll be working with multiple colors, one after the other. So if you want to, you can. I think that color might not be right. This color, that's a pearl. Oh, that color's nice. That's a Perle 840. That's my mum's writing, so that mum clearly bought that probably when Lulu was born. I'd say so. Or she gave it to me. Sometimes mum just gives me stuff. But when Lulu was when I was pregnant, mum was doing a lot of embroidery here, and she'd quite often have to go out and buy some colors and things, so she'd do that, and then she just left them here. That's why I've got them. I was going to do a reddier one, but I think I'm going to use, oh, and I think I'll use that one up there. Let's see. I can come in a little bit with the darker one if I want a bit more shading. So this is a number 8, might be a number 5 Perle. It's quite thick. I don't think this is number 8. I think this is number 5. So it's thick. It's just going to give you another texture. Not ideal if you're wanting to use it as one that you're going to be cutting into. Not ideal because it's not straightened. But look at the nice different texture you get there. Now his eye is disappearing, but I'll do that at the end. And my mum always says, and she said it to Sarah the other day when Sarah was working on hers and we were on a video chat, always put just a tiny stitch of white in the eye and it will make it pop. And Sass did that in hers and it worked. So good advice. Thank you, Mum. So yeah, so for me with these birds, it's all quite important to me, the texture that you get from your stitches. Whereas for others, it might be the blend that you're getting in with your stitches. Oh, I like that. Okay, I don't know if that is too light. I could come in with a reddier brown in there afterwards. I think I'm going to like the contrast in texture. Okay, and then I think I'm going to come down here a little bit with this one, in this sort of where I can see the lighter shadows. Cut back up into there. Because this one's quite thick, I can use it for this, because I can put my needle into it and go into it, which helps it blend if I need to. Yeah, so play around with your stitches, whether you want to do some, like a little bit of French knots there, I think would have been really nice, but I've done that now, so I won't worry about it. I can always do another one. It's not that they take so long that you can never get any of them done. It's just on video, that's a long video. So that was a borderline long stitch. These ones are a bit long, but that's okay. As long as they're not looping up, they're okay. But you do see how it starts to come together, doesn't it? You think, oh, what are you doing? This is terrible. And then it starts to happen. So I need to do a little bit more into here. I definitely need to do that color down there and under there. I need to come in with the darker color as well. I love the back. It is an exercise in patience. You do need to be patient with it. But do pull out all of the possible threads that you might like to use. Pull them all out. Thread up a few needles and just give it a whirl. So I want to go up into there and I'm going to cut down into there. That's all I'm going to put there because I'm going to come in with other colours. Now I won't work any further there because I need to move the hoop. So what I need to do is focus on this bit and get that bit done. So I'll end that off, and I might even leave this threaded and grab another needle because I am going to need that again. And then I need to think about what to do with all these little birds that I've got flying around. Loving the colour. I loved this first one that I used. I thought that's given some really good colours. I might even do a little bit more, but I've got, see that mid-tone there. I don't want to go with this one right there. I think that's all I've got left of that one. It must be. Yeah, it is. Huh. That's all I've got left. Do I have anything in there? Oh, what's that one? That's a good brown. Did I already have that one out? Might be bringing in too much. Okay, no. We'll do this one again. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if I've got any more. Where was that one? That's a good one. Don't have enough. I could use that one. Okay, let's have a think here. Don't need that. Let's do a bit more of this one. I think this is the last of this too. Anything else there? No. Needle. So I'm starting up in here because I don't want to bring a little bit into here. They're one of my new favourite things to do, these. They are so much fun. Don't want to do too much of that one, that bit there, because I need to bring in some of the lighter colour. And if I cover it all up, I'm going to forget. Here we're very close to there, so I'll just have to come back up here. I think we'll do that after. I'm going to just cut into here a little bit. See, I'm just going into it a little bit. It just breaks it up. And I'm working my way back over here where I need to go. So if it looks like a bird has black, I wouldn't use black. I would use the really dark brown, or I would use, and if it was looking more like a bluey black, I would just use a really nice dark midnight sort of blue. Black tends to be very harsh, so I tend to avoid using it. I'm not doing my stitches too tight here because I will come in with another shade. But also, like, if I start another shade in there and then come across here, that also helps amalgamate it, even though there's none of this colour really over there. So I think we've done half the bird. I think I'm going to have to finish it off. Or get more done off camera and then come back. But I don't think I'm going to get that done today. I could. I'll just have to make that decision. Okay. You want to knot it, otherwise it'll eventually, over time, come out. Oh, I'm liking how it's looking. Okay. I think we could have a bit more of this colour. Just a tiny bit. And I want really, oh, really this darker bit. There's a nice expanse of darker. Here, let's see where it gets light. Oh, really long. Let's go to there. So where do I want to, I wanted to do that bit down there, but I'm thinking, do I want to do, oh, there's a stitch in there I can put in. I can see that on the beak. I sort of feel like here I need to put in another stitch. Because that's all looking a bit dense with the lighter colour. I want to just come up into it a little bit. Okay, that's that, yeah. Then, I'm not going to jump, I'm going to end it. And come down in here. So if you would like to see the mixed embroidery and fabric piecing, I know Corinne's done it on her video when she worked on Honey Bear. But if you'd like to see that again, I'm pretty sure I shared that there. I can't remember. If you want to see it again, just let me know and we can do a bird mixed like what Sarah did for her box. I think I put one on my box too. I don't have it here, so Mum has it. I've shared that a while ago. So I think I'll just come down here. That's all very dark in there, so I need to leave that. This is lighter. So you can just do, as I said, the 3 strands, and you'll get a much finer shading and that sort of thing, which is also good. It will just take you a little bit longer to do it. And I probably will do their claws, but I haven't yet. I think I'll just do them whatever I decide to attach them onto, then I'll do their claws. You could do them now. I think Sass did hers while it was at this stage. Now we're getting into the reddy brown, which I really like, so that's good. We're going to have an automatic change of colour without even trying. And I need to move my hoop. What I am going to do is jump over here and do that little bit in there. Okay. I've got to do that little bit in there, but I've also got to finish up the beak and the eye, so hopefully I don't forget. And let's move it. And move down into this area. Make sure that's underneath. Okay, that's okay. We're going to get a little bit of light here, which is good, lighter colours. I'm going to jump around and put that one on. Oh, I came up through the same stitch. Okay, that's enough with that one. So mostly we need to do the darker colour. And I just wanted to do a little bit of that yellow. And then I think I'll finish the birdie off camera. It's just the same with the dark color as what you've already seen me doing. So I'm going to come here and do a bit of the yellow and down there. And then all of this in here, I might do a little bit more of this one there. In fact, I'll do that now. What's the time? Oh yeah, I've got to go and prepare. Well, no, I'll come back after lunch and finish the bird. I'll do the dark off camera and I will come back after lunch and finish it off. So that way we've done it. Okay. Right. That's that one, that's that. We've got to do the dark. I'll do that afterwards. I wanted to do a little bit of this color. It's not the lemony yellow that's there, but it's a more buttery, warmer sort of yellow. I could have chosen a more lemony color, but no, I'm going to use this one. I can't thread that. I'll have to do it this way. So we've just done all cottons, no wool for this one. I just go with whatever I feel like doing. So in here I need to, I'm going to have, rather than the white, I'm going to have bits of yellow in there. And I'll come back in with my darker colour when I finish off here, the tail. Hopefully I'm going to have enough of the colour to be able to do it. Just sort of doing it in a very messy fashion. So you get a lot of birdies to do on one sheet, because these were all from one. I'll have that just cut up into there, like so. And then, oh yes, I like that. I'm going to go down there and do the other bit. But I'm going to switch my, see I'm on the lighter bit here, and I don't have that much dark, and I'll have to get another thread, but I'm going to pull it so I get the darker bit for the most part, slightly darker, and I can do this down here. the reason why I'm going to finish it today is because I wanted to show you it done. Excuse me. So I'm just being careful not to have all my stitches go evenly. See, I'm doing them short and long, so that way it gives you the idea of feathers. I might even jump over here and leave a gap, so that, because I think the other bit when I cut it, it's going to be slightly darker. So that way we get a difference in colours. Okay, I'm going to end this off and grab another just to fill it in. So working on these in a hoop is recommended. I recommend that. Okay, yes, I want this darker. Hopefully I've been recording all this time. Okay, so I'm going to fill in the gaps. It might only be very subtle, the colour difference. So I'm going to do loose, short and long in here with the dark, little bit up into there. Although you don't, you know, it doesn't have to be all filled in. As you can see, like you can't even tell, I might not even come up into there. I don't really need to. Okay, that's done. Good, so I'll do the rest, and then when I come back, we'll see where we're at. I'm going to go and prepare lunch, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. My bird is finished. Pop it out of there, and I'll bring it up closer and tap to make sure you're in focus. There we go. And there it is. Super fun. Not too hard, you just need all different colours to bring in the different colours of feathers, and thread paint your bird. So if you want to see how to do this one, I'm pretty sure we did this on camera, but if you want to see another one, we can do that. And because I do enjoy doing them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you again soon. Bye.